Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This ship, I have a short video, but it is called MV Christina Deborah. It is registered in Zanzibar. It had a catastrophic clutch failure that was about 7 months ago, and it just would not allow itself to be towed. It just was stuck in position. All the tugboats or whatever they use to pull a particular damaged ship to shore, it didn't work and it was just there in the ocean. And guess what? 7 months later, it ended up in Barbados. So it's in Barbados now. And they're saying that the Coast Guard, they can see ships and boats and all kinds of things that may have drugs or may have money. You know what they say. I'm not saying it is true, but it is what they say. They say that it is alleged that the Barbados Coast Guard would steal drugs off the ships if they catch them, steal the money off the ships or off the boats, whichever word you want to use, boats, ships, whatever. The Barbadian Coast Guard, if they stop someone out in their waters, they usually take the money, they usually take the stash, whatever it may be. And if there's too much of a noise, it is alleged that they would out the lights of the people on the boat. You know what's going on in Venezuela with America right now? They say that people in the Coast Guard in Barbados, that is what they do, allegedly. Allegedly, okay? Don't know nothing for sure unless you see it and unless you have like video, people confessing to it, then you have somewhere to go with that. But that's what is alleged. So this particular ghost ship was out there for 7 months. The M as in Mary, V as in Veronica, Christina Deborah, and it has ended up in Barbados. And yes, like I was saying, they were saying that the Barbadian Coast Guard, they would see ships that would have like stuff they feel on them, and they can stop them right there in their tracks. But this particular dead ghost ship came all the way up to the shore without them intervening to see, well, let's take a look at this. Some people would say that the ship looks as though it came out of a time warp. It came from a different time, but it was only in the water adrift for 7 months. It only goes to show what natural, not just the nature of what it would do to these vessels unless they're being upkept, unless they're being manned by humans. And, it takes a lot to keep a boat afloat on the waters because that salt that will rot just about anything. But yeah, so this is causing a little stir in Barbados. People are saying it should never have gotten to where it got to, and now they have to tow it and this and that. They could just take it apart, okay? Take it apart. I don't know if it's salvageable. If anything on it is salvageable, I don't know. But people, you usually guys like to make a big deal out of everything. But this is a ghost ship that has ended up in Barbados after being afloat after being like just ghostly on the waters for the last 7 months. And it started out in Zanzibar, and it ended up in Barbados. You can go on the map to see where Zanzibar is in relation to Barbados, and you will see it actually traveled a long way. And no one on board. The people who were originally on board, they were rescued, but they just could not tow that particular vessel to a shore. They just could not, for whatever reason, they could not do it. But it was able, by Mother Nature, to float, 1,200 miles all the way from Africa, ended up in Barbados. See, that's how it goes. But here's a little video, and there's a voice note. I think I'll put that in here also, okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Man, I got a big green ship that near guard that like it abandoned and they washing up on the shallows, big man out there. Out there in 80 for the water. Man, don't call me and tell me about it there. The man said they say every cent the thought that they're just doing research or saying so. And then I said no divers they dive in. And then look up. Shit over them boy. Shipping 80 for the water no. The man said they may see no boy in it now and then so it abandoned. But it has some amber fish and thing wrong it. But I believe that gotta be going off, but you know.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.